Hello there! Welcome back to Charles Circle, and welcome back to Old World. Last time, we settled our next two city sites as planned, Meroe and Kem, but we had to do so while under attack by the Danes, the Vandals, and a whole bunch of random barbarians that also managed to raid our capital. Yeah, we'd kind of planned to be taking the fight to the Scythians out this way, but that plan changed in a hurry. Well, at least we did manage to get those two cities down, right? And today we'll try to get back on the expansion track, but looking around here, we're still on the ropes a little bit. The Danes actually are also raiding our capital over here from the west. I guess there must be an outpost out here in the fog. A bit of an intel failure on our part by assuming we were protected by this mountain range from this direction. In hindsight, not scouting the fog that close to our capital is really not our most impressive decision making, but life is choices and you live with the consequences of the choices that you make. And speaking of consequences, the consequence of forcing out this city here, Meroe, is that we can't fully pull back our army to go deal with the raid and likely outpost out here to the west. Because if we do that, we will leave this brand new city with zero defenses, and that's not going to go well, considering, all the units we can already see and the units that are presumably on their way in the fog of war as well. So we can't fully leave our capital undefended either, though. So I think we're probably, unfortunately, going to have to split our army between the two fronts, which should be enough to defend both fronts, but probably not enough to attack on either front, at least in the short term. But we have to hold the line. It is what it is. So let's do that, I suppose. We'll start by handling, we got some events coming in. Let's see what this is about. Safe houses. So yeah, because our capital is under siege, we have some choices to make here. Fortunately, nice. They're all good choices. This is a very nice way of the game bailing us out for leaving ourselves unprotected. We'll take it. So I'm looking here, could certainly use the training. 6 orders is never going to go awry, but the amount of happiness here would be nice. One of the things that's kind of underrated about the damage that you take when you're attacked, anytime your city is attacked, you gain unhappiness in the city itself. I think it's like 10 per. And when you're damaged actively, you also receive additional ticking discontent. So considering that we're already at level 4, which is bad, right? Significant opinion malice to the controlling family. We are taking a big hit on, importantly, the research. In this city in particular is one of our better research cities, I think, but also on the maintenance. So this isn't good. This isn't good. So I actually think we might take the happiness bonus, which fortunately, yes, drops us down a level. I don't think we'll stay here for long. We're probably going to end up ticking up here in a few turns anyway, but that will be helpful, at least. And then a tutorial mission about imprisoning characters. I don't think we want necessarily to do that, although this is definitely the person we would do if we wanted to. Like, this is the best candidate for it. This is a general of ours who is mad at us, plotting against us, in fact. And even, serving as a general, they're not as good because they're mad at us. Minus 10% to combat strength is not great. But I think instead of imprisoning this person, because we still need them since we're kind of under fire here, we need a general. I think maybe what we might do instead would be to try to influence them. But I think we'll do it next turn, because what I want to do this turn with our leader, instead of influencing, is we need to get remarried. So an interesting question here would be who we want the bonus with. Right. Getting a marriage means that we're going to get, of course, a new spouse, but we can get it's sort of a diplomatic relation as well, right? So if we had someone who was angry or like powerful and on our border from a foreign perspective, we could do that. That might be, intelligent for us to do. Similarly, we can marry a courtier, actually, which is kind of neat. We could similarly send a marriage to any of the tribes that we're not actively at war with. I think I just misclicked and sent that to the Scythians rather than illustrating it. I actually clicked it, but hey, that's what the Control-Z button is for. So keep my finger off the mouse this time. Or we can pick a family internally. And I think that's what we're going to do, actually. I think it's more important that we have internal stability right now because we have, external pressures. And fortunately, none of them are other player nations. So I think we'll just buy some time by promoting internal stability. Great. So we should have a, hopefully, difficult in a good way choice between two strong options next turn. Let's see, fingers crossed. And then tutorial on the Chancellor mission as well. So the Chancellor can do a few things. I think we briefly touched on this last episode. I'm not sure we're going to prioritize this right now, but we can do gifts for any families that are not happy with us as well. We might come back to this because we do have money right now. We might come back to this as a way to spend orders at the end, but I don't want to prioritize it. If we need to productively dispose of a couple extra orders, we'll keep that in mind. Let's get into the military situation then. So we're gonna have to relocate, let's say 2 units. I think 3 is enough to hold the line here. And we're gonna have a slinger out in this area soon anyway. So I think that's the move. Let's see which ones. Probably, yeah, let's say this one. I would like to heal him, but I would also, more importantly, like to add a general, which would take the cooldown anyway. So we might as well relocate this unit then. And so this, followed by free promotion, doesn't take the cooldown because it was quote-unquote earned instead of purchased. Strike 3, that's pretty good on attacking. These, when they level up, they get pretty strong. There's like the, which one is it? There's one, it's not on here, but there's one that's just like combat strength. And at level 1, it's just 5% on each, but that unlocks the next one, and then the next one. And if you go all the way in and specialize, it can be pretty strong. This is already a pretty leveled up unit. I think we take strike 3. Why not? And then, yeah, let's add a general here. Okay. I think this is probably the right answer. I mean, it's the only answer without relocating someone, so sold. And then let's go out. This is the other one who doesn't have a general. That's what this little icon is, by the way. And it actually represents their archetype. And if you eventually learn them, and recognize them, it's a convenient way to not have to click into the unit and still know what you have on the board, so to speak. Out here, so I think generally what we're going to do this whole turn is kind of like retrench and let them come to us a little bit, try to heal up, add some promotions and stuff. So I think here we'll add a general as well. And yeah, fortunately this will work because this is that mercenary unit, or one of the 2 mercenary units we've gotten at this point from events. They don't belong to a specific family, so anyone will do, which is good because we don't have any landowners units for this guy to actually bother commanding. So we'll take that and we'll slap him down here. I think this is a fine defensive position. These are ranged units, so being in trees means that we have a 50%, well, they have a 50% malice to attack, so that's a fine spot. And then here, the question is, do we attack at all, or do we simply heal and rest? I think we'll try to polish this guy off, but I'd like to get our slinger out of the front lines, because that's a melee unit, and this isn't, but I don't really want our poor little slinger on the front lines when our very upgraded, technologically advanced spear units would do. So I think maybe what we'll do is move here, attack, and then so a unit that is not doing anything else, is fully idle, in home territory will heal 1 by default, versus pressing the heal button, right, for 5 HP. Healing either of these would get us up to 20 on each of them, the full 20 HP. But for example, on this unit, compared to doing nothing, It's at 17, it would be at 18 naturally next turn. We'd be spending an order for an additional 2 HP, right? Same thing's less true over here. We'd be getting additional 3 HP, which feels a little better. But generally speaking, I don't think we're going to be able to attack and kill. Oh, could we? Maybe we could. 8 HP, 10 HP. No, we can get this guy pretty weak. Let's instead let him come to us. I think, yeah, you know what? Let's not screw around. I think for both of these, we will bother spending the order to get them to heal up. All right, fine. So that's the military situation. I still do want to get another unit back this way. You know what? Maybe we... Yeah, I hate to do it. I think we actually probably do need to reallocate another unit this direction, now that I think about it. Slinger's going to be 4 turns. And for all we know, there's more units in the fog here, and it takes a while to relocate, so I would rather... I don't know. I don't want to underreact here. You know what I mean? So... Oh, and conveniently, because this is a hero general, the one who's angry at us, we can actually heal in neutral territory. So that was definitely the right move to make. Let's pretend like I did that on purpose. And we already said we don't want to actually imprison anyone. That character was in fact helpful not in prison. So we need to pick a technology. I think, let's not overthink it, given the situation we're in. It is recommended, and I agree, that we take the military technology. It's also only 3 turns. So we'll do that. We still have 6 orders left. I think it'd be probably good to get our scout out of here while there's still some breathing room to get through these borders. So let's try to evacuate here. And then 2 more orders here, which we could use to try to get back and keep eyes on the Scythians. Or we could try a family gifts mission as well. Now let's just do it. Show it off, right? Let's go. Ah, good to see others also struggling with barbarians. We'll take that. And yeah, that's unfortunately going to cost us our worker, isn't it? Sad. Was hoping he would survive. He was building the garrison 1 turn away and kind of wanted to get that defensive bonus, but that is a risk-reward play, and we were not rewarded. Governor Nefertiti is ill. That's a bummer. She is not old, so hopefully she recovers. New marriage proposal. Let's see. I don't like this guy's significant malice to training, even though I like all of his other stats. It's a bit of a bummer. Or we could marry this guy who's been a bit of a troublemaker and would, I think, resolve our, general difficulty with the writer's family, actually. So I think we do that, right? Let's do it. Cool. Okay. From here, I think we should probably keep chipping away at these units. Here, do we charge out? I guess we have to. These are ranged units. They're just going to keep shooting at us otherwise, so let's do that. We need to get these guys over quickly as well. I guess, yeah, we can't force march. We don't have the training for it. So let's get in there, heal up, run him in there next as well. What do we have here? She's going to be a hero unless we stop her, which would make her bitter. We're very happy if she's a hero. That would make her a good general. So we'll take that. Oh, nice. Okay, so this is the this is that event where these two were actually, I think, having an affair. But didn't we just... Well, no, we married someone from this family. Different person. Okay. Well, we'll take that. We like civics. Money's not bad either. Great. So we can convert to Judaism, irritate Judaism. And actually, if we were to convert to Judaism, yeah, we could in fact even make it our state religion. Let's do that. Let's show off the sort of value of that. So We'll convert. We will adopt. Costs us 400 civics, but I think that's worth it. We'll also get more happiness in Jewish cities at the expense of some civics. No problem, we'll take that. Out here, probably good to get the Odeons down, that's fair, but I actually think I might place it here instead for some future adjacency with hamlets, which we'll talk about when we get to. Sort of planning ahead there a little bit. And then, wow, we have 12 orders left. Let's continue to evacuate this guy. Maybe see if we can't see what this looks like on the way through. Okay, fine. And then here, what do we want to do? Do we want to keep eyes on the Scythians? Do we want to scout a little bit? Maybe what we should do actually is try to get this guy to come out here. Nah, that's a lot of orders and then back again. No, I don't think that's quite worth it. But we could send him up this way and help scout around the back here, because I would like to know how much more there is for the Vandals. Eventually, we're not there yet, but we're going to have the question once we've held off this push of what do we do next about the tribes. And we can try to make peace. The Vandals, that seems highly unlikely. We've just done too much. The Danes, it's less of a problem, although every time we attack units, we, of course, make this worse, but we're not going to not attack them. But if this is, it would be nice to know if this is their last city site, in which case I would sort of prioritize pushing against it to fully eliminate them as a threat going forward. So let's see if that's helpful. Could we have 4 orders left. Could we tutor them? Anyone here could tutor? Yes. New husband can tutor. That would be good. And then should we influence someone? I think I saw, yeah, so our friend here who's consistently mad at us. Oh, and plotting. Seems bad. Maybe we... She's the head of Egyptian paganism, which makes her unfortunately more valuable / important. This is hurting us everywhere there is Egyptian paganism, which is technically, yeah, just in our capital, but we're getting unhappiness for that, unfortunately. Maybe we try to influence her. Try to bring her back around to our side. Doesn't seem to be. There we go. Let's try it. It's probably not going to work, but whatever. We're looking for something to use the orders on. I guess it'll cost us civics, but fingers crossed it's for the best. Let's see. We're holding the line there. All right, so the head of Judaism is a foreign individual from Hatti. And of course, we've just adopted the religion. She wants to assert, I'm sure, that she is an important character there. And we can either irritate her more, or become endeared with a minor legitimacy cost. I think we're going to do that. There's no point in adopting a faith that we don't control and then irritating the leader of it. The reason to do this is to make them happy. And since we are up over 100 now, that's what the green is, we are getting additional happiness from having a pleased opinion from the head of faith. We have the exact opposite happening over here in a bad way. So we, again, should try to do something about that if we can. Speaking of things we should try to do something about, can we kill this unit on this turn? I think that would be better. Not as worried about this one since it's sort of out of our borders for now. Of course, we'll kill it next turn, but I think we prioritize the one that's here, actively causing problems for us. That's worth the extra order for a better position. Actually, this guy's further away, so he's going to be the one who has the hardest time, and 8 damage is much better than any of the other spots for him. And then if we go, here we can get the 11 still? Great. Probably over managing that, but shoot, that's what I was hoping we'd be able to actually polish off. Next turn, so be it. The aspirations. Ah, she is power hungry. She carries a cold stare like we are a misaligned gear. Well, that's interesting. She is the general of a spearman right now, so of infantry she would get bonus against siege and ships, neither of which we have fought all game. Or we could give her swift, which gives her +1 movement. That seems better. Plus the raven sounds cool. I think we can get away with one more turn attacking here before we have to pull back and heal. I think here we try to polish off that one and should heal here. We're holding the line here. Obviously we can't push out, but holding the line is the first step. Let's continue to scout in this direction then, see if we can't sneak around. Ooh, another Scythian site. How's this look? Okay. And then this one we should probably continue to retreat out of this area as well. Don't need to worry about scouting along the shore here. We have a boat coming soon. Maybe we'll bring this one, I don't know. Let's scout in this area, sure, right? Plus, hidden for now. 5 orders left. This is great. We are starting to have like an actual order surplus. But we have already done a mission, really, for everyone else. What could, say, our ambassador do? We could do a trade mission. This would be helpful, potentially, with one of our neighbors. And this would help with opinion. The trades themselves that you get are not always particularly helpful, and in fact, sometimes they're, frankly, a net negative. But if you get positive opinion, that is valuable itself. And I think long term, we're going to fight Oxum. We just are. They're closest to us, and we're going to have tensions eventually. But I really don't want to start that any earlier than we have to. We're on our heels still about 2 of the tribes that we need to wrap up before we even then tackle a 3rd tribe. So I really don't want to add more to the mix there. But that means everyone's got a mission, essentially. And we are more or less out of orders then. So, okay. Is what it is. We will burn 3. Happens every once in a while. What can you do about it? We're starting to accumulate some food here. All that farming has paid off, and this price is still pretty good. So I know it doesn't look like we have a ton of money, but we can sell 100 for 350 bucks almost, and we can do that a couple times. So that's good. Okay, good. She's recovered. The governor has become compassionate. Neat. We have improved the opinion of a family. Also neat. And we've discovered military drill. We don't have a ton of stone. Yes, we know that. That's fine. Same with iron. Ty the Benevolent. So this same compassionate ruler, recently compassionate governor, rather, cool, has given that city a grain dole, which is 2 happiness per turn and 20% maintenance. But we would take that trade, which is good because we have no control over this. So we can turn them into a rising star, which means that they would become a stronger character, but one who has aspirations, shall we say, that could come back to bite us in the behind. But we're going to find out, because the alternate is to really make a mess of things here. This character would become exiled, which actually does not remove them from the nation. I don't think. I mean, they're still part of this whole set of characters that we're dealing with, but they can't do anything good for us. And the family gets mad, and all of our cities. So I think we're just gonna, I don't know, naively cross our fingers. See how it goes. Okay, so then Whew. Barbarian raid. Not helpful. Tribal raid, it's called. I'd love to secure this kill, but I'd love to preserve this unit more. So I think we have to come on back here. These are all ranged units, right? Yeah, pretty much. So it's actually better, I think, to be in the trees than it is in the urban. We get 25% defense here as an infantry unit, but we get 50% reduction to their attack because they're all ranged here. So I think we're going to do that and heal up. His job is to buy time, not necessarily to secure kills. We are doing better on this front, and these guys can become helpful soon. So, normally a range of 2, right? But he's standing on a hill, so we can actually damage from here. We do more if we get closer. 8, 9, 10 HP. I think the question becomes, is 8 even enough to secure the kill? 10 isn't, so yeah, I think we stay here. We don't burn the order. We also keep them in range to be able to help out here. What can you do, Meroe? Jeez. Repair the damage real quick, and then probably have to inefficiently crank out a unit here just to support. That's how it's going to have to be. This worker, however, can do something helpful for us in the meanwhile. What shall we ask them to do? Could build a defensive improvement. Given what's going on here, might not be the end of the world. Might not be a bad idea. That or a road to try to. I mean, we're connected, right? Yeah, we're on the river. And it's not like moving units up here is too difficult to reinforce. So yeah, I think we're going to build our garrison, but not where they suggest. In fact, instead up here, because it's also on a hill. Let's do that. Research. Administration, which remains that, you know, level 1 tech that we still haven't gotten that would give us granaries would be nice, but the other thing we could do is get a free light chariot or a free luxury, exotic furs. Interesting. I would normally do this, but given where we're at, as much as I hate spending science on it, I think we kind of have to get the free unit here, because we are not churning out units, and we sure need them. So I think we have to do that. What can we do with this worker instead? This worker, let's see. Yeah, I think we continue. Do we continue farming? I mean, I guess we do, right? This price keeps going up, right? And I think we're going to take advantage of that. Sell a couple hundred real quick. But if it's what we sort of like, our working hypothesis is that this is like low-key a low food map in general for everyone. And if we can turn this into an economic advantage, I would not be upset. I would not be upset. So, okay. What else do we need to do? Oh, here actually, maybe instead of farming, we'll go barracks. We do want this to be a military unit production city. We've said that. And not necessarily for melee units, but it doesn't matter. The barracks, there's a range too for like you know, instead of this gives XP for melee units who are standing there, but you can also do the same thing for a range building, which does for ranged units. But in both cases, you get training, which doesn't matter which building you are, which building you've built. So I think we're gonna do this. Yeah, I think that's the move. And then we actually get a small bonus for it being next to the garrison. So I think actually we put it here. Yeah, so there we go. Okay, good. I think that'll be helpful. This settler's gonna come out as if we have anywhere to send it right now. We said we'd probably move off of this, but we never did. Do we want to get maybe get a chariot going first? 8 turns, still a long time. Still a long time. I mean, I think we need to do it, though, so let's do it. We'll push it in here. If we ever need to, we can just quickly move the settler back forward. It'll take us one extra turn. No problem. Is what it is. These units should probably, should probably finish off this. Let's heal him for a turn. Let's send him out here, farthest we can within our borders, and still heal. And let's stick our heads out this way and at least see what we're dealing with. If it's a small camp and it's, you know, it really is penned in the mountains here like we think it is, I think the right thing to do is to actually aggressively attack it and clear it out. If it's not, then we're gonna have to kind of maintain sort of a permanent garrison here, but hopefully it won't be all of these units until we can do something about it. So, and then we have these 2 scouts still. Let's maybe stand on a hill. Another hill. Yikes. A lot of forest out this way. And then here, we're trying to sneaky scout behind. Yeah, yikes. I don't want to stand too close here, but I do want to see what's going on. Maybe this will help. Cool. And then 4 orders still. Can we do anything? How about the Chancellor? Anyone want some family gifts? Sell a little bit more food. Although, I don't know. I don't think we should spend 400 bucks at this point, because that's basically our entire stockpile, and we are actively buying everything else right now. Yeah, okay. We need to prioritize getting some mines up at least, because that is something we can do. It's such a bummer we lost that worker over there. Shouldn't have done it like that. As soon as he's done with the farm, we'll move him back over. 4 orders. I don't think I have anything else to do, though. Always better have a surplus, but it does hurt a little bit to sell them for 10 gold each. It's just not a great deal. Yikes. Oh my. That's a lot of units. This is like... Is this really... This might be a problem. We're gonna find out. Okay. Oh great, and another raid is now about to come. Okay. Well... At least Hati's fighting the Scythians. Okay, great though. This is nice. Raven Lady is less mad at us, so that's okay. And here is our Rising Star General. Let's hope that they do more good than bad. So, interesting. Our heir wants to go in the, let's call it, religious direction. And we, I think, are going to do that because we don't want a minor gold bonus to ourselves and then to frustrate our heir. I think we're going to roll the dice here. So these are not all good. Blessed is just like good luck. It just helps in some events, I guess. Inspiring is a positive trait, so is pious, so is sort of ascetic. Ascetic is, and we wouldn't want it for our heir is the issue, right? Can't marry, can't have children. It's a net bonus to skills, not by a lot, but then they can't serve as anything either. And yeah, insane would not be ideal either, but in some ways it's better than ascetic. I don't know. I think we gotta roll the dice. Fingers crossed. He's chilly. We'll get him a sweater. Disappointed with, in love with. We've had the extra orders, and we can spare the money. Let's come back to this at the end of the turn and make sure that we can spare the orders. But I think that's probably the answer. All right. So, oh good, free promotion, right? From our from the shrine that we built there earlier. Let's see. Tracker. That's nice. Additional vision and fog of war reveal. And then the rest of these are fine. So let's do that. And in fact, then, for example, if we send them out here, oh great, it reveals that we have a bit of a problem, but we can deal with it. Are you going to be able to get out here now that I think about it? Maybe I should have, actually. Yeah, so this guy can reach further. Let's send him around, and then him here. Oh, actually, he's able to take care of it himself. So maybe we'll scout further with this one. A bit inefficient, but I don't want to keep Control-Zing to make it marginally more and more, efficient. I think that's fine, but it's a trap I'll fall into too much if I do too often. All right, what do we do here? My goodness, we could build a Jewish disciple, right? This is how we'll get our monastery, temple, cathedral improvements, and these are all good things for us, and it's probably something we want to do, but do we want to do it right now? Is it the most important thing we could do? And I'm not sure that that is true. We have a citizen, so it would be really good, I think, to bang out a specialist here real quick. Is there one that is particularly important to us? This would be great. The acolyte line is good. Lots of science. Culture is obviously positive as well. This rancher would get us more orders and a lot of borders, which is kind of cool. And some science. But then the trapper, right? Depending on which of these we do, it's also a little bit of border, not much. Actually, it's the same 2 tiles no matter what, isn't it? But it would get us another luxury. I think the luxury is pretty important. Yeah, we gotta do it. We're doing it. We're taking the luxury. And then, let's see, what else? Let's get our... Yikes. Yeah, this is rough, huh? All right, I think, can we secure this kill from here? Good. Very good. I think we actually have to get both spearmen over here to hold the line, and we'll sort of skirmish from range here. But you got to get here and heal. And then you, I actually think we're going to pull here, just because it'll force these guys to move a little bit. My goodness. Yeah, this is looking rough, folks. This is looking rough. Man. I think... Jeez, I don't even know what to do here. We barely even, we don't have the money to buy these resources either, is the issue, right? Could do a militia. So these are military units. You can build them with growth, right? And that's good in certain situations. But they can't get XP or be promoted like other military units. You can, in an emergency, promote these up from workers. And in fact, really, in some ways, that's a faster way to get them out than building them directly. So for example, we have a worker in the city, right? Here he is, he's doing stuff. So I can't show you right now because he's already got an activity. But you can promote them up to militia. I think we have to. I don't think we can afford anything else. It's not great. Not great, but we'll live. We'll be fine. Oh no, see, yeah, we're out of orders now for this unit, or for this event. Can we afford to disappoint him? What is he at right now? Cautious. I think this is okay. I think, unfortunately, we will have to disappoint him. We could influence him if we do have a couple orders left. Could do that at least to offset it. And this is this city's proper worker. All right, so we got to get him up here to repair this. We only have 5 turns left. Got to hurry up on that. And then who else needs an order? You do, although you can't do anything this turn. Oh, so here I can show you. You can upgrade to militia, right? So it does cost training and an order, of course. But for example, out here, it'll cost us 3 turns to build a worker, and it would have cost us, so I thought it said 6. Yeah, now it says 4. Yeah, so it would have cost us 6 if we canceled and rebuilt. So we can spend a little bit more training to speed that up, and I am a little bit worried that we kind of have to. We'll see how it goes. Romantic evening. Unfortunately, we are going to disappoint you. Sorry, friend. And I don't think we have the orders to immediately fix that either. So that'll be a next turn thing. Up here, I don't think we bother. Out here, I don't know. I think here we just... Oh, actually what we do is we retreat a little bit. Yeah, let's just get into the city here. Okay, next turn. That free light chariot might come in clutch. Yeah, see now because we're also defending against melee units, being in the urban tile is a little bit better. Maybe. Yikes, we might lose that unit anyway. Oh, sand. Neat. Guess we'll have to figure out where that is. We have an event, and cool, we're about to lose our second husband. Good, okay. We got lucky with our heir's outcome of that event. That's good. It wasn't a negative event, which is its own win. And then we have an event for tutoring. So we can get a minor bonus there, a minor bonus here. Or we can add a courthouse. Wow. So a courthouse is an improvement that I think is great because it gives you plus 20% to your generation of civics. And that's good, especially in our capital where we generate most of them. I think that's the answer. These are nice little bonuses, and that's of course a good chunk of civics one time, but courthouse is forever. So we'll place that in a moment. And this is our trade mission outcome. They are willing to trade, but not on great terms. And we cannot afford to send 23 iron for anything. Wow, 23 iron's a lot. We have a deficit of 4 already, and we're spending, what, like almost 30 gold a turn just paying that down. No, sadly, that's a waste. It's too bad. It is what it is. Okay, and then so we need to place this courthouse, and I don't think there's anywhere in particular that is important for now, so let's just, I don't know, place it there. Seems fine. And do we irritate Aksum for Babylonia? Probably vice versa, yep. Or we could talk our way out of it, but we are not charming enough to do so. So the question becomes, what is our relationship with each of these right now, and who's more important? I think Aksum remains more important. They are closer to us, and it's a bigger deal if they attack us than vice versa. So let's come back around. Here it was. So I think this is the answer. Worth it. They're happy. Cool. And no longer a student. Adult, 18. XP or bonus? Take the bonus. We know about specialists, and Aksum has built the Hanging Gardens, I guess. And we're irritated by it. Oh wow, we could have an ambition to go conquer it. Sure, I mean, we're not gonna fail the ambition, so that's better than locking in a bonus. I mean, or a malice. Like, that's fine. We might conquer it eventually, but it didn't seem to give us like an opinion malice or anything with them right away, so we'll take that. All right, let's start with our military. Oh geez. Yeah, that's still happening. Yeah, so this is a problem out here, right? I can heal both of these, but that means these are all going to get in a bunch of turns attacking again. So, yikes. I think we need to preserve those units and bring back these. This is like, it's kind of spooky over there, folks. I gotta say. This guy, I guess, will keep here and sort of hold the line out this way. Yeah. but we're going to let them come to us, force them to come to us. And the rest of these, I mean, the city's not going to go in one turn, is it? Gosh, I hope not. I think you've got to heal here in the city. I think we got to get you out of here, you know? Yeah, I'm concerned. Okay, so here's where I'm at. This is a lot of units. Even if I heal, if I leave these guys near, they're going to die, at least one of them. And what we can't afford to do right now is lose a unit. And so what I think we have to do is pull back, hope the city holds, and then come back and attack with fresh units, including our free chariot. Maybe we can even... Nope, we cannot. Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. So we'll keep a ranged unit here, at least, so they can attack out from the city. But I think these guys, I mean, they gotta bail. And I'd like if they could bail in a way that they could heal afterwards. But I'm not entirely sure that we can do that. All right, this guy is the healthier one. Let's put him here. And then this guy, I think we gotta force march retreat. Or just retreat. It's not like he's gonna, you know, be attacked here or heal up in a meaningfully quick way, necessarily. If we force march, could we get here? We could. That might be worth doing. Let's do it. So get on out here and heal. So because he's in the city, right, he won't be directly attacked. And we're gonna have to do something about this anyway. So I think maybe that's the answer. Force marching helps in a pinch, and we are in a pinch. We should also cancel this because this unit will die. There's just nothing else to be done about that. So he needs to fall back. Wow, yeah, we are in a tough spot here. And then this one we said we're going to keep here. Fine. You gotta chill. What do we do with this? Yeah, we want you to go out here and repair that. Let's at least get you closer. Okay, fingers crossed. Let's go watch the fireworks out here. I'm concerned this is about to be very bad. I think it's actually good they're attacking the city so that they don't. They might kill him anyway. We're gonna find out. Oh, that scout might be toast. I don't know if I can... Yeah, he is. Ooh, all right. Free light chariot. That's good. At this point, I feel like, man, we need another... I think we need another general. So be it... Okay, so our ambassador... The ambassador gives us culture per city for wisdom, and it's not like anyone else is particularly happy. Or we could go the religious opinion direction. +5 or some culture. Sure. Religious opinion's not incredible right now. All right, so let's come back out here. What are we gonna do here? I think we kind of have to attack some units here. Again, the nice thing about a ranged unit inside the city is the thing that's going to take damage. I also think we have to change the city to be at least slowing the rate that damage goes down. Do we stay here, heal as a distraction, try to buy time, or is that going to get us killed? A little bit concerned it's going to get us killed. Let's at least get these guys going first. Hey, here's our free chariot. Against ranged might be helpful here. And then the question becomes, do we try to force march here as well? Or do we, I think we probably just add the general here. Nice. And here's our heir, who is a good general. That's nice. Just in time to go on to our new strongest unit. And then I think this slinger has to come on out here as well. Yeah. This guy, we just skirmish out this direction with, no problem. You, before this goes any worse, and I keep forgetting, we're gonna have to repair the farm. This guy should heal. And then we come back to this question. What are we doing with this? I don't think we can risk losing the unit. Let's come back here and heal. And just cross our fingers that the city can last one more turn. Oh man. Spooky stuff. Very, very spooky. This worker, I feel like we might have to upgrade into a militia, but in order to do that, we'll have to heal. So I guess let's start by doing that. And what, four more orders here? Should we try to make peace? I mean, I just don't think we can do that. I'm thinking about like missions we could run, and our ambassador could try to get peace. I don't think we can. I don't think it's worth it. So, okay. What should we grab here? Walls would be good. All right, but I think, let's see, we have a civilian unit here. You know what I might do, actually, is I wish our road were a little bit better out here. No, it's not worth it. Wrong city, too. Let's just send this scout out this way, I guess. Okay. Next turn here. Let's see how this goes. I am concerned. That is a lot of damage. I think they still need a melee unit to take it, even if it's at no health. Yikes. All right. Whoa. Ah, okay. So this character, who's been driving us nuts, we have the opportunity to exile her or irritate Babylon. Let's come back to it. I think we need her as a general first still. This is bad. Well, we gotta get back to repairing the damage for sure. Let's see what we can do here. Is the cavalry arriving in time? That's really the big question. And I do literally mean that, actually, about the cavalry. So, a neat thing about the chariot unit is that it has... Does it have route? Please tell me it has route. I'm concerned it doesn't have route. It would be nice if it had route. Route allows you to, if you kill a unit, to follow up and to make another attack. And that would be really helpful to chain together a couple kills against weak units here. Double checking real quick. Does a chariot start with route? It does. Does a light chariot start with route? It does not. Sad. Okay. So, we don't have that. But this is... Oh, because this is a ranged... Yeah, this is actually a ranged chariot, isn't it? Yeah, so right from here we can attack in like so. Okay, so... I think we have to secure kills, right? So let's do like this. Come on out here. I would even say we probably need to get the unit in here as a distraction, if nothing else. Let's get you up here. This is definitely a force march situation, unfortunately. But can you do some damage from here at least? Not much. A little bit. And this guy needs to heal still. Alright, so fortunately, this is one of our better units. So I think we're going to send him over here, and then should we go here? Probably here, I guess. Or do we get him in here? Yeah, okay. Come on over here, force march, get in here. And then, where can we do the most damage? I guess the melee unit's the priority, so that they can't take the city. Probably should have focused them down. I actually don't remember if these were melee units. We'll see. Alright, well, attack, attack, attack. I suppose we can at least get this guy in here. He's healed enough. I actually think it's probably better to do some damage. Probably same with this guy. I would say we should at least get him to here and heal him. I am aware this guy's still floating around out here, but he just simply cannot be the priority. And then, can we upgrade this worker? No. I don't know why not. I'm actually kind of curious. Maybe the city has to be healed or something? Not sure what that's about. Oof, okay. Let's do these other ones first here. Family's opinion down for Judaism up, or we grab bit of a trade-off here. Intolerant. I think we deal with a bit of a family trade-off. We know we have no wood. And we can irritate the Scythians, or we can grab a citizen and some slums. We'll do the slums. So slums they lead into the hamlet line, and that means we want them next to the Odeon. Oof. I mean, we need her as a general is the problem. I just wish she wasn't being such a pain. We'll keep her. Have to. Who's left? That's repaired now. I think we probably need to get our mines going again. Yeah, so let's do that. What else do we have here? Do we go poet? Do we go trapper? Do we go rancher? I think we go trapper, just to sort of push out the borders in this direction, because again, we're kind of competing with Axum in a soft war of grabbing space there without actually declaring, so we should do that. Oh, because he's hurt. That's what it is. You can't upgrade a unit that's actively hurt, and because the city was being attacked without any HP, I guess. I think this worker kind of has to become like a sacrificial lamb a little bit here too. Or we could just heal here and hope for the best. Oh, our boat. Our boat is here. We'll talk more about that in a less pressing moment, I suppose. But we might as well start scouting with it. Oof. Okay. All right. I have big concerns here, but let's see. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Good. Go for the units. Go for the units, please. I mean, I don't want to lose the unit, don't get me wrong, but that's what the HP is there for. Oh my gosh. Another tribal raid coming. Yeah, that's what this is. Oh, goodness. Okay. The good news, though, is that our city survived, and we're going to keep trying to repair the damage here. Slinger. Okay. So, we prioritize the melee unit. That's critical. From here, It's really where do we do the most damage and how many kills, which kills can we secure. This guy can get this kill, or he could heal. I think we want him to be a bit of a patsy to take the shots from all of these guys real quick. And I think that the same thing is probably true here, really. I mean, even though he can do quite a bit of damage, I think he does more for us by persisting, really, more than anything else. We need that guy to survive more, and then do we go here? Do we go here, 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 here? Here. Make him attack us across a river, although it's a ranged unit, so whatever. Try to secure that kill. Oof. Well, every turn we don't lose that city is a win, so that's a good start. And let's come up here and finish that unit off. He's still floating there. These guys are out here. I think we get that kill. I think we need more units, huh? This is our city for building slingers. I would really love to get the archer research. We could use better ranged units. Unfortunately, we don't have any. So be it. The good news, this price keeps climbing back up. I'll keep selling 100 at a time. And then, oh, I would love to build this camp, but no, I'm not sending him out here. This guy is just lurking, you know? Can't have that. I think similarly we might need to bring this guy in considering there's a tribal raid coming, so let's bring him over, heal him. And then scout. I don't know. Let's see what this is about. Oh, look, Hati is in fact pushing in on the Scythians. I'm, you know, a little jealous. I wish that's what we were doing right now. It certainly isn't. What are you gonna do? But let's get out here and actually explore this area with our boat, because I want to know what we've been ignoring out this way. I'm concerned. I am concerned. Do we need to change this into a militia? I don't think so. We're gonna try to get away without it. So I think we just let it be. And then we have a few extra orders here. Maybe we should, oh, give this luxury. Right, we built that fur. Which city could use it? So Wasset already has it. That's what return means. I'm not sending it to Meroe. Meroe might be dead next turn. Patakeka is probably our next best one and has the most discontent. Do it like that. And then, gosh, I think we need to get married for a third time, right? I mean, the good news is it gives us all these opportunities to make our families happy. Probably go with the riders again. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, nothing else to be done there. Okay, hopefully we get a good option there. Let's find out. All right. My goodness, this is spooky. Yeah, great. Now we have even more units coming. Okay. A general, a governor. I think he's probably our move. Something I didn't call it last time, by the way. You get a dowry sometimes too. It's not just the actual characters, you also can sometimes get a one-time boost. Something to keep in mind. It's usually you get it for the worst character. But I think we want this guy regardless. So I'm going to do that. And oof, let's see. Right, keep repairing. And this guy should probably clear out the weakest unit there. I think he needs to keep healing. I think if you come over here, can you finish him off? 12, 7, no, not quite. So these spears are anti-horse. That's something we should make use of. This is 14. And that should mean he's able to finish him off. I would love if we could combo this unit and this unit to get another kill, but I don't know. 8 and 12? Actually, yes, we can. Actually, is that the best position for it? We kind of want him in closer. So let's do it like that. Oof. All right, we're holding on another turn. Every turn that we hold on is a win. How about this? I don't like these individual units harassing us. We are suffering for it, but it's not as bad as, you know, losing the city. There's no way that that's going to happen with these units. So I think this guy... Drop another barracks. Don't really want to be buying all of these things, fortunately. Should we... I don't want to turn to a militia, though, either. I think we still need it. All right. Let's see if we can't get better eyes on what's happening out here. This is marsh, by the way. First time we've seen that tile. Centralization lets you build farms on it, which is nice, and those farms actually give you wood, which is a cool way to get wood early on. But also, if you end your turn on it, you lose HP, which is an interesting, cool way to make the terrain matter like that. I like that. Can't really put any of those guys out. This guy is healed at least, finally. But I don't think we can risk sending him out anywhere. Okay, so be it. We'll just keep scouting out here with this guy then, too. Can't see very far into these woods, so this is not as helpful as I thought it would be. Oh well, that's all right. Who can we... Are you influenced still? Yeah, you are already, so we can't do anything about that. You're already happy enough, that's good. Maybe you? You're already influenced. We could do family gifts here, I guess. On the Chancellor, we have the money right now, so if we did that here, that might be helpful. We don't have any children what need tutored, do we? No, we just don't have anyone who can do that. And who could we influence? Who should we influence? Is there anyone here, maybe internationally, we should be thinking about? I'm almost thinking of the Scythians as like a helpful buffer at this point, you know what I mean? Not that we have any way to support them or anything, but I'm like, should we be on better terms with them? I don't know, I don't think so. Don't think it's helpful. Maybe we should try to not be so mad with the Babylonians, just to make things a little bit less scary out there. Sure, right? Why not? 5 extra orders. I really hate not being able to do much with that, but there's not much we can do with that. All right. I'm really hoping this is the turn where the corner, well, we turn the corner, so to speak, on this invasion. Cool. So Hati likes us now, because we're of the same religion. And our favorite troublemaker. I think we can give up some food. I certainly don't want to irritate them any further. Let's do it. All right. And it looks like our other daughter is going to convert to Egyptian paganism, but we'll get a bonus somewhere for it. Or we could tell her not to do that and give her XP instead. Actually, that's probably the move. On the off chance she does end up becoming our leader, we certainly don't want a wrong religion, issue there. So, geez. All right. That, we need to heal and be done there soon. That's a bit of a problem. Let's get back over this direction. This is like genuinely becoming an issue. Unfortunately, our chariot pops out here soon. What can we do over here? Again, back to repairing. You know the drill by now. All right. Well, one way or another, we get a free promotion here. It's probably steadfast, given what we're up against right now. Let's see. What is our biggest priority right now? Fortunately, it kind of feels like a heal turn for a lot of units. If we could get one kill, that would still be nice. Oh, we might be able to do that. Yeah. Good. That's good. We needed that. What about here? I think maybe yes. Go here. Not quite enough. Do we stretch this guy or play it safe? Maybe we come out here, heal. Yeah, and I think we have to heal here too. At least do that. And I mean, he's in here, but I'm very stressed by the fact that he's so low health. All right, I'm feeling, and I really don't want to jinx it, but I'm feeling a little bit better out here, I will say. And we'll keep healing here too. We just need to hold on one more turn for that chariot to pop out. Here's this. Do a little bit more scouting, get to a hill. Ooh, an injured Carthaginian. We can make Carthage happy. We can, wow, get some gold, but I don't want to spend that kind of training. Or we can, there's always the violence option. You can always choose violence in this game, and I appreciate that, but I don't think we want to piss off. I mean, they're pretty far. Still, though, I don't think we need to irritate them. We'll just take the free bonus. There's no trade-off here. We'll just take the free bonus to opinion. What else can we do? We have our boat. We already moved our boat, didn't we? We must have. Yep. And then still not much we can do with either of these workers while there are so many units out and about. I mean, I guess we could try actually to lure him away from the city by building out here. Regret that. Find out. And then I think that's pretty much it on orders. All right. Big turn up coming here. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good here. I think we've turned the corner. Surely I've just jinxed it, but well, this makes for high drama. I'll certainly say that. More units coming out of nowhere. Ambassador is ill. Another husband is ill. Man, we are having bad luck with that, aren't we? Okay, so route. This is what I started talking about earlier. If you secure a kill with a unit that has route, you'll move into that spot, I think you do, and then you will be able to attack again. So it's a great way if you can chain them together to get a couple attacks and kills in. Right now, of course, this is a full strength unit, and it's a solo unit, so neither of those things is going to be particularly helpful for us right now, but we'll use it later, and that'll be nice, hopefully. This guy, free promotion. I actually think Ranger's probably the move out here. Ranger or Highlander would be helpful because his whole job is just protecting out this direction. More importantly, though, and where we probably should have started using our orders is over here. Let's see. I think we come out here. Go like so. Attack. Attack. Here. Actually, can you can definitely do that. What is your deal? Why can you not move here? Must be a zone control thing or something. Yeah, I think that's the move. Maybe even just heal on this one. Continue to fix the damage, although we're getting better and better there, which is nice. Oof. It was rough. He needs a heal. Scout. Oh, wow, ruins this late in the game. That's cool. What do we get? Gold or opinion bonus? Well, we'll take the gold, considering what we're dealing with right now is a bit of an emergency. This price keeps going up. This is great. We're going to keep doing that, although we are making less and less surplus here, I will admit, as our various farms keep getting pillaged, unfortunately. And then here, let's just repair the damage real quick, I suppose. I have to buy a little bit of time until we can get our chariot down there. This feels close enough to resolved at this point that I'm willing to start the repairing. This guy, actually feel comfortable at this point getting the garrison going again. Boat, nice. Bring him over here. And then you, I think we're done repairing out here, right? That's good. Let's go ahead and keep those mines coming out. I gotta get our iron economy to look more like our food economy. Oof, okay. Let's go. One last big push out here, I think. Oh, great. More tribal raids. Okay. Oh, interesting. We can get a research bonus or a gold bonus. We'll take the research. I'm not declaring war on the Scythians, period, let alone for something as tiny as a free warrior. Take an opinion bonus there. Now look, kill, and, well, I guess there's nothing left to attack, so you can't see route yet. All right, we'll show it off at some point, I promise. All right, let's see. How is this one gonna work? We try to clear out here. Oh, sorry, misclick. Move first, then attack. let's say attack. Whew. Oh, sweet. Insta-kill because of a hero. We've got a little bit of an event here. Do we talk her up for some happiness but a minor gold bonus to her? Or do we say gold bonus and some unhappiness? It's a big swing, 180. I think we deal with it. It's a little bit impacts the XP for the unit too. That's the other thing Discipline does, but it's mostly just gold and we can afford a little bit. Especially for an instant kill. That's awesome, right? And then, goodness, okay. So if you come up here, that should kill him. Do we get this guy between these two or not? I guess not. But we'll get closer. My goodness. Just such a mess. That's alright. That is alright. Oh my god, we're still making a settler over here. We don't need that. What do we need instead? Oh, we will definitely take the apprentice officer. Because this is the specialist you get in the barracks, and it will give us more training, which is great, of course. Down here, I think we're going to take the border boost in this direction again. And what are you going to do? It's fortunate there's not any repair we actually have to do out this direction. I think maybe we turn this into a mine. Probably the next thing to do. More scouting. I am still kind of curious what this area looks like back this way. I know we lost a scout here before, and this is flirting with danger, but it is what it is. And I think I would like to explore with this boat. I was kind of hoping to catch this guy on the coast and see if I could mess with him a little bit, but I think it's more important here to go discover the Caspian Sea, apparently. So, good enough. And 3 orders down. All right, we're gonna have to call it an episode here in a moment, one way or another, so I'm hoping that we're able to more convincingly wrap this defense up here, because I don't want to leave you hanging too bad. Let's see. Axum's fighting the Scythians now as well. Whew. And our heir has converted to Egyptian paganism. That's not ideal either, but so be it. Let's see. Which bonus? Tactics student, so I guess we'll go this direction. Oh, this is our bastard son. That's right. What is he gonna do? He is... Oh, that's a good idea. We should, when we need to spend orders if we want to, we can legitimize him. Oh, gosh. Politics, I guess. All right. My goodness. Secure that kill. We'll go shield bearer since we've been up against all these ranged units. Can't promote. We still need next turn for that. Let's see. I think, yeah, I'd like to get him knocked out. That would be great. I am concerned. I think he actually probably needs to heal more than anything else here. Unless we could secure this kill. That would be better. 5, 12, 7. Yeah, okay. So it's a bit of a stretch to use this guy, but I think it's okay. And then from here, we'll attack here, here, and here. Oof. Okay. I know there's still a unit here, but I feel pretty good about the fact that we aren't dead, and that we are unlikely to become dead very soon. So we'll definitely go ahead and call it here at the end of this turn. Wow, that was a fun little stand. I hope that was entertaining for you. In a sense, it was for me too. It was a little stressful too, though, I gotta say. Goodness. All right, and then, yeah, might as well start making upgrades out this way too. Last repair over here. Yikes. Let's see if we can't get through here. Can we escape? Oh, that's what the problem is. It's a whole nother camp up here, and it is stuffed to the gills. Ah, jeez. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Well, the math checks out. Just wasn't really, wasn't aware of that. Now we know. That's the value of scouting. Hey. More ruins. And maybe now with these last two, we can... Where is he? Well, he's not in the succession. I guess we go... Is it family members? There's all of these toggles you can do. But I guess all characters is also fine. Oh, but there's so many. There's so many characters. Where is he? Here we go. Now you are legitimate. Okay, and that's it. That is all of the orders on this turn, and this is, I think, the turn where I am most convinced finally that we are okay up here. Wow, what a stand, what a defense that ended up needing to be. But we got through it. We're alive. Did we lose a single unit? I actually don't think we did we? I think we lost our worker out here towards the very beginning, but I think we managed to hold that all off without losing a single unit. Cool. Good stuff. Raging Barbarians, folks. This is the fun stuff. Cool. All right, well, next time, I'm sure we'll finally be able to go back on offense, right? Surely. We'll see. We'll see. But hey, we are still alive, and there is a next time, and that's its own win. So be it. As always, yeah, I am having a blast here. I hope you are too. If you are, come on back next time and watch us maybe actually die. We'll find out. But fingers crossed either way. Until next time, though, have a great rest of your day, and bye-bye.